Thank God it's Friday. Well, what you're just about to watch, it may confuse you a little bit because I looked a little younger. Yes, because I'm just about to share Thank God it's Friday 2024. This is a series that every Friday shows you the activities here at Salento with Love, or probably the run around that I take place in my life on a weekly basis with many beautiful things happening. But this is 2024, remember. So whenever you are leaving a comment, remember that we are back in 2024. If you'd like to subscribe to the 2025, well then do that by subscribing to the Thank God it's Friday 2025. And also, when you're visiting Puglia, come stop here by the office and one of these fabulous books will be waiting for you together with a lot of other things. So enjoy Thank God it's Friday 2024, become a subscriber of Thank God it's Friday 2025 and have a fantastic weekend. Thank God it's Friday starts with a Saturday, and we're taking advantage of the Saturday to go and view a property for a client. It's the entire corner up there, beautiful building. I mean, very often we think of the Centro Storico and a lot of the things that just fall outside the Centro Storico get discarded, but at the same time there is an element of comfort that can be offered from properties that are outside the Centro Storico. Now on the other end, people may argue, oh, we're about the traffic, we're about the noise, but then, well, you know, how many times you stay in hotels and beautiful buildings around the world that are actually just in places where they could be very, very busy. And I think that's probably what adds to the charm of a property. Not always you want to be in a very quiet and secluded environment. So anyway, I'm looking forward at exploring this property this morning with Walter from Compro Casa, an agency that is pretty strong here in Salento, a real estate agent. Walter, buongiorno.
Buongiorno a te.
Ti dispiace se c'ho la telecamera accesa?
Assolutamente.
È il tuo lavoro.
That's my job.
Ti faccio strada?
Right, let's go and have a look at this amazing building. Wow.
Wow, quella è bella.
Affrescata nel 1900.
L'unica affrescata? Sì.
L'unica affrescata.
Mosaico per terra.
Guarda, per assurdo anche nelle altre stanze c'è il bellissimo mosaico, ma sovrapposto con i tabelloni di marmo.
Ah. Ma questo è spettacolare, non ho mai visto un mosaico per terra. Che meraviglia. And that's the Basilica of Santa Caterina just there.
Immaginaci quando
So viewing done, I'm going back down, but remote purchasing, really, it's one of those things that excites me because it allows me to view the properties and trying to see the potential, also ask all the questions and not having the pressure potentially of the buyer, and really trying to understand exactly what the buyer is trying to achieve and if the property can actually do that. And that's exactly what I do, and it's been extremely successful. So today I must say this property, for anyone who knows what I've been doing over the last few years, will definitely have a 3 thumbs up. It's definitely so hot this morning when I left. I didn't realize it was going to be so hot, but I found myself on the roof of another building because while I finished looking at that one, the Walter said, but what about this other one that I've just taken instructions on? So I came to see it, and oh my God, I should stop buying everything I see, but it's just too hard to resist. Look at this building, star-shaped ceiling, double balcony, beautiful amount of light. I can just imagine taking this wall down and creating a huge open space living area. I've already designed the house in a few minutes that I was there. And a lot of people see refurbishment and just see the nightmare sometimes of the work that needs to be done. I just see the potential, and also I see the possibility for the future. In this particular case, this can be split into 2 units. One could be extremely comfortable, the other one could generate revenue and turning it into a little rental income, or you can have a really nice big property. So, or you can have 2 rental properties. Lo ricordo da bambino che era tutto distrutto.
Visto di sera ancora più bello.
Il castello l'hanno aperto al pubblico poi?
No, non so. 2 soluzioni. Una è stare un po'.
Mm-hmm.
E l'altra che sali di qua. Tipo la casetta tua.
Ok. Sì.
Tutta. Entriamo di qua.
Ah, prima apriamo, poi chiudiamo.
Vedi la cera,
Togli la cera. Ah, molto meglio però, eh? Molto meglio. Basta ragazzi sti ventilatori, sai?
Spegniti.
Do you remember this beautiful property? I thought I'd start from here this morning while no one is here. But it's nice to see that the furniture, it's coming together. So we just assisted in refurbishing this beautiful property. So special, right in the centro storico. And now we've purchased all the property, all the furniture on the behalf of the client. Wow. Oh, I love the bed. Fantastic amount of light here with this window. Oh. So I just wanted to stop by this morning as the day starts or the week starts, and seeing how this furniture it's coming together. Soon it will look like a home. And finally a little bit of grey. Always blue sky, blue sky. Oh, little one. I'm walking past, I haven't met him yet. This beautiful property that was sold a few months ago. They arrived yesterday, they're probably still jet lag. So I'm looking forward to meet my clients. We purchased the property remotely, we got it clean, tidy up, we put some furniture in, and they arrived yesterday and they're sleeping there. We'll get to meet them later at the office. It's just great, isn't it, the way it happens. Buongiorno. Today is one of those days, look at the sky, and actually I just heard the thunder. Still dry, but finally, it's actually rare for me to say finally we get a little bit of rain, but it's been such a dry season and it's so warm. I think this morning we've got 16, 17 degrees. But anyway, it's lovely to see that passion and vision, it's developing and is moving forward. And now I'm going to a place that you haven't seen yet. Let's see what's happening there. I love the sound. Whoa, the sound. So anyway, just taking down a nasty bathroom and quite an horrible kitchen and turning it into something quite beautiful. Yeah, so this small refurbishment, sometimes they're small, but they still require a lot of decisions. Plumbing, electrics, everything comes into play. So even if it's small, it still needs quite a lot of work. Almost 12:30. I think, you know what, I'm only 15 minutes drive from my mum and dad, so it'll be quite a nice opportunity to just stop for a quick bite. Mi risparmi che apro la porta stamattina. These ceilings are definitely high. A che metri stai? 6 metri circa? Sì, no? 5? Wow.
Da sotto non chiudiamo, no? Perché forse vengono dei dubbi come una...
Sì, no, là sotto rimane aperto. Sì, sì, sì. Sti tubi, sti cose di ferro, ne è passato un Ferox? Ne è passato qualche cosa o niente? Mi dà una botta quando scoppiano e torna. Quelli stiano intonacati chiusi dentro,
Ma
non
non
penso...
so, ci avete tu la salute, penso che canale di tutele.
No. No, no, no. This room is incredible as well, because if you get people that they're just putting plaster on the wall, it looks straight or it looks great and finished, but is it really straight? We're here because we're putting some cabinets in here. I wanted the walls to be straight. Really, the amount of plaster that is going on the wall is more than 3 inches. It's building it up, and then the way it's done is built up. You can't just put it all at once because it just falls off. So you've got to build it over a couple of days, and then the metal struts are in. So where a wall is straight, and you still put the metal struts and just a little bit of plaster, and then you can render across. But when you have a wall like that, so you've got to make sure that the guys really know what they're doing. Working on La Casetta. The stairs are going to be beautiful with the Pignapassi. It's incredible how a small place like this can still require an incredible amount of work and produces an incredible amount of rubble as well. You know, when I walk in places like this, I can see it already finished with the kitchen, the sofa, the table, the TV playing on the wall, the bedroom over there. And now I need to run because I didn't realize it's 10:25 and I have a meeting at 10:30 in the office, and that's quite away from here. So rush, rush, rush coming through the building site. Going through another property. Yeah, one day we'll talk about this one as well. Let's go, go, go. To drive through the Centro Storico, you need either a special license or a very, very small car.
Il prossimo job del pavimento, mi dicevo di farci così.
Vabbè, non sarebbe male. Le brigliavi con la ventosa si staccano tutte quante, stanno appiccicate con una colla che si usava negli anni 70-80. No, secondo me il prossimo job sarà pitturare le camere da letto, la scala, la ringhiera, tutte queste cose qua. La cucina è bella?
Sì, no, è bella, è bella. Sta bene lì dentro con quel colore, è bella.
Lo marmo l'hanno rimesso o non l'hanno rimesso?
No, il marmo è stato messo adesso, c'è il marmo.
Buone?
Praticamente vita deve entrare a casa, volevo creare una specie di cubo di cristallo quando sei dentro casa, con faccia un'antistanza praticamente, tipo una stanzettina.
Una specie di conservatory.
Sì, ma piccolo, voglio dire, tu entri, no?
Sì.
Apri una porta, poi ti ritrovi in questo cubo e poi apri la porta di questo cubo con casi poi.
Sì, quello che si monta in Inghilterra, prima già si dentro, poi già si entra a casa.
Però lei vuole il disegno.
Va bene, a fra poco sta arrivo. So now that the window ledges have been fitted and the plaster has been done, we can take the measurements of all the windows. Very important, sometimes people get the windows made up before some of these things are done. What happens is that then you work back to front, then you need to adjust the opening to the window or vice versa. So I prefer to do what needs to be done, and then when I get to the stage that the windows or the doors can be ordered. So it's the same thing, for example, here. I'm not going to get these doors manufactured until the floor is down. Something may change, and then you know what? You need to alter the door, which is such an amazing piece. So always do things in the right order. Today I was thinking, I think I'm going to buy a plot of land and start constructing from scratch. And why am I saying that? Because working on properties and houses that were built 300-400 years ago always brings incredible challenges. one of them is walls are not straight, the floors are not level, and you want to try to do as much as possible to make things look perfect. And thank God I have Alberto. Meno male. Siamo riusciti a vincere? No?
Purtroppo con le scarichi non è che potevo fare miracoli.
Però sto tubo che sta attaccato proprio sul muro non è che ne causava grossissime problematiche.
Ma
no?
voluto tutti là alla fine. Lasciare tutti quanti, recuperiamo, stiamo sul piano, significa smontare altro bagno.
Ok.
Che non saccio se smontando altro bagno se
Riuscivi lo stesso face.
Questo posso abbasciare con gli impianti, con gli scarichi. Questo non è sempre un'incognita.
Ok. Quindi andiamo di cementina poi sopra, se vogliamo. Alla
sì,
fine.
a questo punto gradino per gradino, vediamo che c'è voleva. Io vi vado a spiano lo piano di mattoni e quello solo lascio poco fuori.
Quindi tu al momento ti porti a livello con i mattoni?
Sì, perché vedo sta rimane piccolo, da punta di destra rimane poco fuori, poi la scondiamo tra la cementina, lo radiante.
Sì, va bene.
Comunque, libera da parte di destra me la lascio libera perché poi adesso a fare la doccia lo faccio al momento come mi serve.
Te lo facci già che
sì,
scende?
Lo faccio al momento come mi serve.
Quindi là dentro con lo radiante non riusciamo ad entrare però, no?
Se metti la cementina sì.
Ah, ok. Lo mettiamo quando tu ti facci la discesa, poggi lo radiante e poi
Sì,
ok.
faccio già lo massetto la pendenza, lo mettiamo sotto.
Perfetto.
O se capitano poco di chioni faccio.
Ma sempre quando fanno gli impianti loro piace lasciare le cose in superficie, Perché qua sta arrivata là sotto, cioè andare più sotto non è che sarebbe stato un problema.
Perciò devo non saccio della colonna montante di sale, se io permetti io posso abbasciare qui. Penso di sì, però ripeto non saccio non.
Va bene, no? Anche lì là dietro mettiamo la canalina, no?
Dove? Eh sì.
Facciamo la canalina.
No, infatti diciamo, se poi teniamo troppo spazio per un massetto, per un radiante, con un K troppo sotto il radiante, con un buon tempo con scarfa alla fine.
Sì.
Mi faccio prima un letto sotto e poi ne poggiamo un radiante sotto e ne spiccio un massetto con la pendenza.
Va bene, gradino sia insomma, dai.
Sotto 5.000 euro.
Ah dai, dove avete demolito lo forno, ci abitiamo un attimo dai, così mi dici subito la situation. Diciamo. Quindi se qua noi li mettiamo la trave praticamente sotto la finestra, pure a sta altezza qua, praticamente noi recuperiamo tutto sto spazio.
Quindi almeno 2 mesi da utile per una doccia, per qualsiasi cosa, almeno 2 mesi li devo garantire almeno.
Tanto sotto è tutto, niente, non sta facendo niente. E invece qua vai con sali incrociato con un blocco di tufi, giusto?
Sì.
Sì, è la stessa cosa dall'altra parte, perché tanto noi qua chiudiamo fino a qua, no? Quindi qua sali e poi travi sopra
e
chiudi a contrasto sopra e chiudiamo la centina, la ripristiniamo come era. Ne ridiamo la forza sua, insomma.
Sì, credo sì.
L'unica cosa è che lui ha messo i puntelli, no? Ma sta puntella, quella stella, no?
Questo non ha puntellato niente.
Questo non ha puntellato niente.
No, questo non ha puntellato niente.
E quando noi alziamo il muro qua e cacciamo i puntelli, da stella come sta si mantiene?
Ma la stella si mantiene sola.
Si mantiene da sola, no?
Ma sia una che l'altra sulla colonna spinge, ad esempio.
Ok, quindi di puntelli,
quei
puntelli non sta fanno niente.
Serve niente di puntelli. La misi dava così per figura. Perché l'arco gira e spinge sulle colonne, in cui scarica, no? Quindi da me non serve a niente. Che se chiude non si può mai chiudere perché chi chiude e chi spinge.
Sì.
Chi chiude e chi spinge. Quindi,
ma in contrasto, no?
Infatti.
Il vuoto che si vede dietro la canna fumaria, perché noi sappiamo che la canna. A qua poi è un arco puro, quindi la canna fumaria sicuramente passa qua.
A fianco passa.
Sì.
Prima passa.
Perché vedi aveva l'arco e la canna fumaria passa qua.
Sicuramente passa da mezzo, perché dall'arco.
Ma noi facendone la trave, dai, rinforziamo pure sta parete qua, lo scarico.
La trave passa, come detto io, la canna fumaria passa tra l'arco e la finestra.
Sì, esatto. E qua gli apriamo la finestra. You wonder why I wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, because it's not just about moving a wall, shifting a side of a house, but also sometimes the flooring, the bathrooms, and so that's exactly what I'm here to do. It's just about 6 o'clock and I've turned up here at Friday because on this week, thank God it's Friday, I've been working on Palazzo Bella, and it's really that time of choosing or deciding. And although there you will see through the course of this refurbishment that we are recycling the cementine upstairs, but downstairs we're going to go for a ceramic floor or a grass. So I'm here really to look at some of the options so really we can finalize things. So while she's looking at the floor plans, just to share with you, I've gone through and so much things is incredible, but I've come across. It's incredible when it comes to this very large format. It almost looks like a real solid floor when you lay it all down. This is 120 by 120 and it's got this mottled effect, just like proper cement. So this morning I start by, sì, grandi. He asked me the size of the pasticcioti, but this morning I started by picking up breakfast for the workers. Always nice gesture when you're on site to make coffees for your workers, and if you can bring them a piece of cake, they really appreciate it. You know, they work extremely hard, and that just little gesture can really make the difference. Another wonderful morning, and while I'm walking, I just see my client here, Mr. Herman. I've got my camera on. I just got some breakfast for the workers. How's it going? How's Joe? How's it going? All right. Very good. Are you a little better today? Hi, Tara. Yeah. I find this absolutely amazing. So they have arrived on Sunday, remote purchasing. And they're now staying in their own place. A whole family's here. Actually, some more family from the US arrived yesterday, but I couldn't make people wait with my coffee. But it was lovely, you know. You're just wandering down the street and you just meet Salento with love people. Magical. Penso la cosa importante è proprio lo storyline del libro, no? Quindi visto che poi saranno tutti uguali, non può, cambierà logicamente il contenuto, però la storyline sarà sempre la stessa. E penso che matura sempre più l'idea di un libro che ha un attimino elementi proprio anche storici dell'immobile, ma storici pure per esempio le famiglie che lo hanno abitato prima. 100 gradi, perfetto. I did finish that project about a month ago, so if you're watching this, Michael, you know I did. But there was a little thing which was quite important actually. It was the window in the laundry that was just 3 centimeters below where it was supposed to be, not allowing for the washing machine to fit underneath or in the space that it was designated. I can say that it's complete, including fitting the mosquito nets. So all done. And now just waiting for a contractor to go through the plumbing and heating and cooling for the engineer to turn up. This is going to be a wonderful project. What is the process of getting a property refurbished? I mean, probably if you're watching this video, you already know because you've gone through, you probably know me, but very much after purchasing the property, this entire process starts, which very important to distribute the space. This word distribution of space, where things are going to go, how you're going to play with your space. And I always say it's important to trying to imagine yourself living in this space. Now with remote refurbishment, very often I've got to do this, and I like to come here by myself, and normally I do this on a Saturday, and I like to spend hours, and then I sketch, and then I think, and I try to envisage the person that now owns this property flowing within the space, and it is very much a process. Hello, hello.
Miau.
Ah.
Miau.
Ah.
Che bello stare così qui dentro. Ogni tanto, ogni tanto.
They're all complaining because they haven't seen me in the office for the last probably week. 10 to 9 on my way home. Well, you can see why I think I call this series Thank God It's Friday, because although Monday's my favorite day, but also Friday is my good day because you wrap up the week, and yeah, and also you can look forward to the weekend. So yeah, long days, but we've accomplished so much today. I mean, today meeting up with Alessandra and Barbara and putting together the bases and the grounds for a new publication that would probably see the birth of a book for each project that I get involved or I put my skills in place. So it's something that I'm very excited about, and that's what we've been working on today, apart from, as you have seen, a lot of other things and bouncing around, and also preparing for some exciting projects during 2024. So now I would say the day's over. Great day. Well, this is the kind of site that I start my day. Every day I finish my day, I come in the middle of the day. There's so much, but it's taking an incredible shape. I'm waiting for the marble guy. I need to take the measurements for the ledges of every window in the building. Queste grime servono, sai?
Grai?
So here, just to share it with you, measuring up the exact size of each step, because the step needs to be done in graniglia, which is this material that was used back in the turn of the century, and we really want to try to keep that old traditional look. All the steps and the front of the step, which they're done all by hand with the round ledge going all the way around, need to be done. So a combination of craftsmen here. One, Alberto, that's really saved these stairs, which they were in a condition, as you have seen in previous videos, which was touch and go. And then he's actually rebuilt the step to be all exactly the same size. So anyway, he's my master, he's a craftsman, one of those really rare ones. And now the guy that is going to make the physical steps is here just measuring up, and then each one of them gets manufactured by hand. And here we are on the Friday, on the way, well, you know by now, to my osteopath. In fact, I missed 2 weeks because he was away on holiday, and while he was away on holiday he had an health issue, and so we missed 2 weeks. So I must say my back really needs him. But what I wanted to close the week with this time, it's a subject which is nothing to do with a due diligence, but it's just with the way things go in Italy when you purchase a property, and I'm referring to the content of a house. And I know that many people have watched my channel, perhaps from the United States or from England or other country, are accustomed to certain ways of handling this particular matter. So I very often get asked the question, what do people need to leave inside the house when they are selling the property? What do people need to take away from the house when people are selling the property? And the answer to this question is nothing or everything. So what do I mean by that? Well, nothing, because technically, unless you have agreed with your selling agent, your representative, or you personally with the vendor, on items that you want to be left in the house, and that needs to be done in writing, in black and white, verba volant, yeah, the word just goes away, where the paper stays. So you really need to put it in writing, otherwise technically they can take everything away, and they do. Sometimes I've had clients being shocked at the fact that they've taken the kitchen away, just leaving the pipes exposed. They've taken all the lamps away, just leaving the cables hanging out. That's absolutely correct. They can do that. When they are selling a house in Italy, they are selling the shell of the house. Anything else is to be considered extra. So if you want something to be left, you need to really have a conversation, and if they're happy to leave it or they're happy to sell it to you, then you need to make that agreement. Don't just take for granted that they're just going to leave things into place. Things like an air conditioning unit, are they going to leave it? Potentially no, they will dismantle it and they will just mount it somewhere else. So things that are actually fixed to the wall, they can be dismantled and taken away. Now the question also is, what do they take away? Well, it can also be absolutely nothing, meaning that if you go and see a property that is full of things and you want those things to be removed and you don't make it clear, the chances are that they would just take some of the items that are important to them and they would just leave everything inside, because it costs money to clear up a house, to declutter a house. So again, if you want that property to be empty, then you need to leave or to give clear instructions to your selling agent to make sure that when you get to the closing, all the items are removed and cleared from the property. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's see what the rest of the day brings. So now I've actually come across the entire area of Salento, and I'm in Corsano. I was having a look at this property that was sold remotely a few months ago. We have Totti here, we've got everybody.
Attento, attento.
So many incredible things going from consultancy with people on the other end of the world. And well, what can I say? Thank you to the team that supports me. I think you had a little glimpse of my office and everybody behind the scenes of Salento with Love. Thank God it's Friday. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you next week. Until then, stay safe wherever you are. I was that. Yeah, I looked younger. Different hairstyle as well. Subscribe to 2025 and I'll see you every week on a Friday. Stay safe wherever you are.